Sometimes, anger is not anger. It's pain wearing armor. It's the sound of a heart that doesn't know how to cry anymore, so it roars instead. Right now, they are angry with everyone around them. They shout, they push people away, they avoid conversations, and they keep their emotions locked behind a wall that no one can see through. To the world, it looks like they've become cold. But if you could look inside their soul, you'd see something completely different. Not hatred, but hurt. Not pride, but pain. They are not angry because of the people around them. They are angry because they have lost something or someone that once gave meaning to their entire world. They are angry because they cared too deeply and ended up wounded. They believed, they trusted, they gave their heart honestly, and now all that's left is silence and confusion. No one around them understands what they're going through. Everyone assumes they've changed, but no one realizes that this anger is just a cover, a way to survive. Because sometimes being angry feels safer than being vulnerable. Sometimes it's easier to say, "I don't care," than to admit, "I'm hurting." They carry memories that don't fade. They replay moments in their mind. Times when they laughed, when they felt seen, when they felt understood. And now, all of that feels like a dream that ended too soon. They can't go back, but they also can't move forward. So they stay stuck in the middle, angry at everyone, but mostly at themselves. They are angry because they think they failed. Failed to hold on, failed to speak up, failed to protect something real. They're angry because they gave everything, and still it wasn't enough. That kind of anger is quiet and heavy. It doesn't explode. It burns inside slowly, like fire that refuses to die. And when that happens, everything around them begins to feel meaningless. The laughter of friends feels distant. The warmth of family doesn't reach the heart. Even beautiful things, sunsets, songs, the smell of rain, lose their power. Because when your soul is grieving, the world feels colorless. But here's something important to understand. Anger is not the enemy. It's just a message from the soul. It's saying, "I'm hurt. I'm lost. I miss something I don't know how to replace." They need healing, not judgment. They need time, not advice. Because sometimes life breaks us in ways that can't be fixed overnight. They sit in silence, pretending they're fine, scrolling through life without direction. They post smiles that hide tears. They laugh when they want to scream. But when they're alone, the truth returns. The ache in their chest, the lump in their throat, the name they still whisper in their heart. It's not that they hate anyone. It's that they don't trust anyone anymore. When someone has seen the purest form of love and then lost it, they find it hard to open up again. Because what if it happens again? What if they care again, only to be left again? So they push people away. They tell themselves they don't need anyone. But deep inside, Their soul is crying for connection, for someone to simply understand them without needing explanations. Maybe they lost a person. Maybe they lost a dream. Maybe they lost themselves trying to be strong for too long. Whatever it is, it changed them. It made them quieter, more careful, more guarded. And yet, even in their anger, there's still love. Because if there wasn't love, there wouldn't be pain. You don't grieve what you never cared for. They remember how it felt to be seen, truly seen, by someone who understood their soul without words. That kind of bond doesn't disappear easily. It leaves an invisible mark, a reminder of what real connection feels like. And now, nothing compares. That's why they're angry, not because others are bad, but because no one makes them feel the same way anymore. No one brings that calm, that peace, that depth. Everything feels shallow in comparison.
But here's the turning point. Life doesn't end when something meaningful is lost. It changes shape. The pain that feels unbearable right now is shaping them into something stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. One day, they'll realize that this anger was never meant to destroy them. It was meant to wake them up, to teach them what truly matters, to show them that love, real love, doesn't die even when people go their separate ways. It transforms. It becomes strength. When you love deeply and lose deeply, your soul grows. You learn patience, forgiveness, and empathy. You begin to understand others in ways you never could before. You start to see that everyone is fighting their own silent battle. Maybe that's the lesson life wanted to give them, to open their heart in a new way, not through perfection, but through understanding, to realize that healing isn't about forgetting. It's about accepting. They will slowly stop being angry, not because everything got better, but because they learned to see beauty even in pain. They will wake up one day, look at themselves in the mirror, and realize they survived, that they didn't give up, that they still have love inside them, even after everything. They'll begin to smile again, not the fake kind, but the peaceful one. They'll start to see meaning again, in little things, in new faces, in fresh air, in silent prayers. They'll start to understand that nothing was wasted. Every moment, even the painful ones, built them into who they were meant to become. And one day, they'll forgive, not because the other person deserved it, but because they deserve peace. They'll stop needing closure, stop chasing explanations, and start trusting that what's meant for them will always find them again, in the right time and in the right form. That's when their anger will fade into light. That's when the lessons will finally make sense. That's when they'll thank life for breaking them, for teaching them, and for rebuilding them stronger. Maybe one day, they'll meet that person again, the one whose absence hurt so much. Maybe not as lovers, maybe not as what they once were, but as two souls who who understand each other deeply. There will be no anger then, no resentment, just a quiet understanding, a gentle smile, a silent thank you. Because time has a strange way of healing. It doesn't erase the past, but it softens the pain and replaces it with wisdom. It shows you that you never really lose what's real. You just grow around it. So if you're listening to this and you see yourself in these words, if you've been angry, broken, tired, or misunderstood, please remember, your anger doesn't make you weak. It's part of your healing. You are not broken. You are transforming. Don't rush your journey. Don't be ashamed of your feelings. Don't close your heart completely, because the same heart that once hurt will one day love again, deeper, calmer, and wiser. And when that happens, you'll understand why things had to fall apart. You'll see that every person, every loss, every heartbreak was a step toward finding yourself. Life doesn't take things away to punish you. It removes what no longer aligns with who you are becoming. The emptiness you feel now is just space being created for something more beautiful, something that matches your soul. So breathe. Let your anger rest. Let your heart feel again. The world still needs your light. Your story isn't over. It's just changing chapters. One day, you'll be the calm after your own storm. You'll be the person who once broke, but learned to rebuild with peace. You'll inspire others, not with perfection, but with your truth. Because the strongest souls are not the ones who never fell. They're the ones who fell, shattered, cried, got angry, and still chose to love again. That's you. That's your journey, and it's far from over.